noble Captain Ugoni of Collefeltro, regent of the Duchy of Valgrado, in the absence of his uncle, Count Oliviero. Beginning today, the vassals of the duchy are required to consign to their lord and master 3/4 of their crops and all revenues and products of the lands which they have received in benevolent grant. What's this? If anyone has any complaints to make, let him step forward.
Sir, this will reduce us to starvation. It isn't right. Count Oliviero used to let us keep everything.
Count Oliviero? Go and make your complaints to him. If you can find him, do you know where he is?
How would I know where he is? All I know is that the poor Count has just disappeared.
Then hold your tongue and obey. And you others, too. Why don't you ask your friend, your protector, the masked Cavalier? I'll wager that some of you know him. Just as I thought. Not a word out of anybody. Your lips become sealed at the very mention of that ruffian. But don't you see, you wretches, that he's the cause of all this that's now happening? To each one of you, the taxes and duties are increasing because the captain is compelled to engage fresh mercenary troops to defend the security of Valgrado from the raids of this brigand. Help us to capture him, and you will regain your former peace and well-being. Besides, a rich reward, of course. Who do you think abducted your master, Count Oliviero?
They'll even give a reward to whoever captures a masked Cavalier. Well,
he might even kill him.
I was only talking.
If he hasn't already, someday he'll show up and demand a ransom to free him. And you will be the ones to pay it. A fine protector you have. And you crazy imbeciles, help him and believe in him, while he is living off your very backs and will drag you down to complete ruin.
It's not true. It's not true.
Oh, no, an example is needed for thick heads like yours, and you'll be the one to furnish it. Go ahead and see to it that you move fast.
But he's a feeble old man. No, they'll kill him. Pity. Have pity on the poor old man.
Cowards, that's what you are.
Silence, all of you, if you don't want to share the same fate.
Leave him alone. He's an old man.
When your turn comes, I'll see that you get double ration. So you'll learn to keep your place. If anybody else wants the same treatment, all he has to do is follow this example. Get on with it. Blast him, he's here again. Forward, men. Attack him.
Lucy, I beg you, don't kill me.
You can thank the Lord that you're the last one left. It will help to save your miserable existence, at least for the moment. Here, take this glove to the captain. This is the first one. Tell him that when he has received 6, his final hour will have struck. Get up and go. Long live Valgrado! Long live Count Oliviero!
What happened? Did they attack you? Where are the others?
Where's the captain?
Up there, in the tower. Who were they?
It was the masked Cavalier again.
There must have been some more violence. They were wounded.
This Captain Ugone has wrought havoc since he's been around.
Silence, Father. Even the stones have ears.
Peace be with you, sisters.
Here, give me a drink. What's been going on?
It's bad news, sir. Our men have been attacked again by the masked cavalier.
I might have known. That means Captain Ugone will be furious. It might be a good idea to let him get over his temper. Take him away.
You're just a bunch of rabbits. That's what you are. 20 soldiers routed by one man alone. The masked cavalier is not a man. He's a demon. Besides, the peasants helped him.
I see that I was wrong to trust a coward like you.
Captain, I don't deserve that. I have always served you loyally. Furthermore, I helped you on an occasion which you should never forget.
You should not have said that. But it's true. And since I didn't do it before, I want to reward you now. How would you like a purse full of money? It's yours. Here, catch it. I don't like people who have too much memory.
I've already forgotten everything.
It's the best way to live a long life.
Going back from my mission, I passed by Rio Verde, but it was all over.
We've lost another 20 men.
The 50 men I engaged will arrive here tomorrow. Then we'll put an end to everything.
You'll get carte blanche only when it is so conceded by the Duke, the legitimate master of Valgrado. From now on, we'll use no more violence. We shall act with diplomacy.
Captain, all of my diplomacy is here. Right here. In the blade of my sword.
If I followed your advice, I'd provoke the intervention of the Duke, which would mean our end. I must gain possession of Valgrado while giving the impression of respecting the law. That is why I have arranged for the return of the young Countess Isabella, now sole heir. This will serve to calm things down and furthers my plans. You may go. I have the impression you don't agree.
Captain, you know best what you must do. But they say that when two ladies share the same gentleman's favor, he runs the risk of provoking a tempest. And I don't think Fiamma is the type who would readily accept taking second place.
Fiamma, as always, will do as I tell her. Make arrangements to have the Countess Isabella escorted to the castle.
At your order, sir.
The next time I catch you sleeping, your eyes will be closed for good.
Forgive me, Captain. It was only for a moment. I'll never let it happen
How
again.
is he?
Just the same. He looks like a walking corpse. What resistance that man has. But one word from you, and I will...
He must remain alive as long as it's necessary. Your own life depends on it. Until then, understand, no one must know of his presence here in the dungeon. You understand? No one.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now open up and leave me alone. My most affectionate greetings. My dear and noble Uncle Oliviero. I hope that your health has improved and that you have finally decided to be more reasonable. I see. You're still not inclined to discuss your surrender. Do you really prefer to remain down here, in this condition? You have a strong character, my dear uncle. But I should have imagined it. Your blood doesn't fail you. However, today I have the feeling that I shall finally be given the pleasure of hearing your voice once again. I'm happy to inform you that your daughter...
You wouldn't dare.
Young Countess Isabella is now on her way to Valgrado. I was sure this news would loosen your tongue a little. Don't worry, I have no intention of doing any harm to my dear cousin. But you and I must come to an agreement before the Duke's militia gets to Valgrado. Well? Now then, Uncle. Will you sign the abdication in my favor?
No, that never. No threat will ever make me betray my subjects. Abandoned and defenseless. The Duke will see to it that justice will be done. Get out! Usurper! Don't you dare to touch my daughter! Get out of here! Curse you!
Luck is always on your side.
Don't be discouraged, friend. Dice are as capricious as women. Want a return game?
Don't do it, Guidobaldo. You've already lost a full month's pay.
I'll take away your very last florin.
You promised me a gold bracelet.
I'll buy you one 100 times better, and this time you'll be the one to pay.
In that case, I hope I lose, my lady.
Don't move!
Who's that? Oh!
The first one who moves is a dead man.
It's Giannetto!
Keep calm, gentlemen.
Giannetto, have you gone mad? What kind of a silly game is this?
Madame Fiamma, you must forgive him. He's only a child.
You gave us such a fright. I thought you really were the masked cavalier.
Nonsense. I saw through it immediately. He'd have to be better than that to fool people like us.
Really? Then why were you so quick to draw your swords?
To give you a lesson. Listen, boy, you're becoming too insolent, and I'm not going to stand for your buffoonery. Especially on certain subjects.
My noble sirs, you should know how to take a joke. It's just as important as knowing how to draw a sword.
All right. You know how to play jokes, and I know how to wield a sword. Let's see which of us is more able. You with your tongue, or I with this.
Pray, Guidobaldo, save your blows. You may need them for a better occasion.
I'll make you swallow. You confounded insolent. Now we'll hear you recite your last verse.
Madame Fiamma, if you allow them to cut off my ears, how can your humble servant gather all the gossip spread about you and your love for Ugoni of Collefeltro?
Impudent! Guidobaldo, silence him.
Leave him to me. I'll cut out his desire to talk.
Stop, Guidobaldo.
Take care. Without his order, no one can be killed here.
What has he done to deserve such punishment?
He's an annoying intriguer.
He's nothing but a rogue.
Most excellent, sir. Why should it be considered intrigue to praise your deeds as a soldier and lover?
He dared to insinuate things he shouldn't even know about. If you agree, just say so, and next time we'll know just how to take care of him.
We have more important things to think about than this nonsense. And you, Giannetto, be more cautious with your tongue or you'll have to deal with me. Now beg forgiveness of Madame Fiamma and Guidobaldo.
I humbly beg your forgiveness, madam, and yours too, noble cavalier.
All right, all right.
The incident is closed. My gentle friend, I think the moment has come to tell the news that interests all of us. My dear cousin Isabella, Count Oliviero's only daughter, is coming back from the convent where she has been completing her education. She will be here with us tomorrow, and we shall receive her with due honors. The young countess knows nothing of what has happened to her father. I alone shall tell her. You understand? My lady.
Complications.
My dear Fiamma, this will be a difficult moment for you. There'll be conflicts and gossip. But you must back me up in the working out of my plans.
Of our plans.
You know how much I love you.
Yes, dear.
Countess Isabella.
Oh, Giannetto, how pleased I am to see you again. You look so different.
You too, Countess.
Why are you so formal?
Times have changed. Now you're my mistress.
Welcome to Valgrado, dear cousin. I've been longing to see you again.
Thank you for your courteous welcome. I left as soon as I received the message from you. But where's my father? Why isn't he here, too?
My message informed you that grave things have happened here at Valgrado. But now that I have the situation in hand, there is nothing to fear.
What has happened? What important reasons have required my presence here? Where's my father?
Calm yourself, Isabella. Come. I'll explain everything to you inside.
Long live Countess Isabella!
Sir,
What do you want?
excuse me, sir. I'd like to speak to Captain Ugoni of Colleferto. It's something very important.
You can tell me.
It's about the peasants. Is it true that there's a big reward for whoever brings information about the masked cavalier?
Yes, it's true. Come with me.
Madame Fiamma, the captain awaits you in the salon.
Allow me to present the two bravest officers of my guards, Astolfo and Guidobaldo. They have fought most valiantly at my side. And their gracious ladies, Violante, Oretta. Madame Fiamma degli Alberighi. The Marquise is traveling and has paid us the honor of her presence here, accepting our hospitality in the castle. Unfortunately, for just a brief time. I imagine you are tired and wish to retire to your apartment.
I'm more anxious to know about my father.
Of course. I'll accompany you.
What a charming creature, Countess Isabella.
Did you see how elegant she is? Her very simplicity.
And full of charm.
The captain was enchanted by it. I've never seen him so attentive, so gallant.
Excuse me.
Fortunately, I happened to be nearby with my troops. The castle was abandoned. Desolation and terror everywhere, that's what I found. But no trace of Uncle Oliviero.
But how could it have happened? My father was so loved by his people. It's impossible.
For days and days, my men scoured the countryside searching for him. But all in vain. He had vanished, disappeared. That's why I decided to remain in the castle, to await your arrival and re-establish order so the Duke would have no pretext to annex Valgrado to his other lands. I'm sure I have acted as your father would have wished.
Yes, certainly. But who could wish any harm to my father? Never has a lord been so loved by his subjects.
Come, take courage, Isabella. Be strong. Your father surely wouldn't want to see you like this. Besides, I haven't given up all hope. My men and I will not budge from the castle until this mystery has been solved. At the moment, we're on the trail of a bandit.
A bandit?
A masked bandit. who for some time has been oppressing the people with his criminal acts.
Do you think it was he who abducted my father?
I hope not. Otherwise, there would be small chance of finding him alive.
Oh, dear Lord. I thank you, cousin. I shall never forget everything that you have done for Valgrand and my father.
My sword and my person will always be at your service. Try to get some rest now. And may tomorrow bring us the good news that we are all so anxiously awaiting.
How did it go?
My little cousin is more malleable than I thought.
Then it's all set.
There's still two things to be settled, Fiamma and the masked cavalier. He must be captured at all costs. His death is more necessary now than ever.
There's good news concerning that very thing, Captain. I've placed
My
some
lord.
soldiers in disguise among the peasants, and I've every reason to believe we can expect results soon.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Well, what's this all about?
Sit down, Argo. We were discussing how much longer we can hold out. The captain's soldiers will end up by depriving us of everything we have. We're better off if we leave here. It's the only way we can save ourselves.
I don't agree. We must stay. The hour of liberation is now near. Who has backed our struggle up to now?
Masked Cavalier.
Then I say we must follow his advice.
What can we do? Ugoni has many men and they're well armed.
But we must have faith. We must have hope.
Hope. Hoping is no use. What we need is that Captain Ugoni of Collefeltro stop persecuting us.
All right, what can we do then?
It's not difficult. All we have to do is offer our submission.
Submit to the captain. Have you gone completely mad?
Just go. Let him speak. Let's find out what he's got on his mind.
Now let's use our heads. Who is the worst enemy of Ugoni of Collefeltro?
The masked cavalier.
Well, doesn't this make sense? All we need do is go to the captain and tell him we're willing to help him in capturing the masked cavalier. In exchange, that we be left alone in peace. And I'm certain that he'll accept.
I'm sure, too. But I'm not so sure of your honesty, Zaccheo. If I felt that my capture would bring an end to Ugoni's persecutions, I'd be the first to surrender to him.
None of us have any such idea. Not even for a moment.
And we all apologize for him.
It was desperation that made him talk like that.
Yes, desperation.
No, Zaccheo. Desperation has nothing to do with it. You were hoping they would reveal my hideout, is that it?
No, it's not true. No.
I'll wager it was he who gathered you here.
Yes, that's true.
Ugoni himself will take care of punishing him. His guards will be arriving soon to surround this hut. I saw them myself leaving the castle. 12 men, well armed.
Scoundrel.
No. If it's not true, then you've nothing to fear. For you yourself will be able to prove it. Tie him up and we'll leave him here alone.
I'll do it.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, I beg you. No, it wasn't me.
Your
I
misdeeds
beg you.
now, my friend.
No.
That'll teach him.
The soldiers will be here soon. Hurry!
That'll do it.
Beg you.
Go on.
No, I didn't do anything. No.
Judas!
Traitor!
No. Don't leave me here alone.
we must fight to win back freedom. Ambush and shrewdness must be the answer to Ugoni's savage reprisals. This is the only way to rid Valgrado of the usurpers. The hour of deliverance is at hand, my friends. Healthy!
Peace be with you, brothers. Peace be with you, brothers. Peace be with you, brothers. Give aid to the poor.
Fra Benedetto, you're always underfoot.
Peace be with you. Charity.
This is no time for charity. What your poor need here is a good beating. Haven't you heard what they did here last night?
No.
They killed 10 of our best men, your poor charity takers.
Hunger's a bad counselor, but God will forgive them. Peace be with you, brothers. Give to the poor.
Talk of peace. We're gonna make heads roll.
Charity leads to paradise.
And fattens the monks. We're bound for hell, but we can be sure to find you there, too.
God forgive you, brother.
Go away now. Don't bother us.
Stop it! Let him enter. Is that a way to treat a servant of God, you heathen misbeliever? Come, Fra Benedetto. We've put something aside for you.
God will reward you for it.
Leave me alone. Save your caresses for Isabella. They'll be more useful with her than with me.
You're more exciting when you're jealous.
I'm in no mood for joking. I'm so tired of being humiliated. You must marry me. I've sacrificed everything for you, with the hope that someday...
That day is near, Fiamma. With my name, I've conquered fame and wealth on the fields of battle. And with this same name, I shall seize possession of Valgrado.
When will all this be over?
You must have patience. I promise you that soon you'll be by my side, mistress of Valgrado. Who is it?
Astolfo. The masked cavalier has killed 10 of our men. This was found affixed to a tree trunk, nailed there with a dagger.
It apparently happened last night. The whole castle's talking about it.
But if the peasants are capable of such a massacre, then what Ugoni says is true. This masked bandit, perhaps it was he who abducted my father. He and the rebellious peasants.
No, Isabella, it isn't possible. How can you, who know all the people here so well, think them even capable of doing him harm? They all loved him.
That's true. And that's what gives me the strength to keep on hoping.
My child, don't lose heart. The storm will soon pass and there will be calm again. It's just that I don't know where it will come from.
What do you mean?
I mean that there are too many things that have changed here. All the old court, even the servants have deserted us. Of all the good friends we once had, there remains only Giannetto.
Giannetto. How sad it made me feel to see the playmate of my childhood reduced so to...
My dear, the profession of minstrel is much more convenient and much less dangerous than that of warrior.
Who would ever have imagined it? I always thought of him as such a brave boy and full of courage.
I suppose that with time, he has found his real vocation.
It's a pity. I'm going to Ugoni to speak to him about my father. We must try everything possible.
Allow me to pay homage to the beautiful girl who paid me the honor of having me as her companion during her carefree years.
How is it you've changed so, Giannetto? You, a minstrel. I'd expected to find you a fiery cavalier at my father's side. Tell me what you know about him. Where were you when he disappeared?
I was away from the castle for 2 years in Provence with your uncle, Count Bernardo. I've just returned, and I, too, find it difficult unraveling what's happened.
Help me, Janetto. You're the only real friend that I have left.
I am always at your service. Remember, as a child, I swore I'd be your faithful equerry for life.
Excuse me, I must speak to you. I have to find my father. I can't stand this anxiety.
Dear Isabella, we shall do everything possible. And now forgive me if I leave you. You must have heard about the latest attack made by that rebel. I will have to take action immediately. I'll come to you later. And together we will decide what to do to find your father. Believe me, it saddens me too.
Please accept our homage, Countess.
Well then?
The Duke's army has set up camp a few days' march from Valgrado.
I'm afraid this will complicate things.
There's more bad news. The district of the Ulivi, no doubt incited by the masked Cavalier, has rebelled and has refused to pay the taxes.
What they need is an iron hand, and they shall have it. Now that the young Countess is on our side, the law's on our side. No more diplomacy. Tomorrow I myself will lead the expedition and will rout these rebels.
And so the masked Cavalier's hours are numbered. During your absence, who will be in command at the castle?
You. Guidobaldo will come with me.
Very good, Captain.
But is the garrison left at the castle sufficient? I'm more frightened than ever.
Astolfo's been left behind. Don't be afraid.
Strange. I didn't see him in the courtyard. Let's hope that this will be the last that we hear of that masked brigand forever.
Who knows what will happen? There'll be victims, I'm afraid. I can't believe that these peasants so loyal to my father have allied themselves with this strange masked cavalier.
There's something here that doesn't convince me. This phantom that no one has ever seen. He's all they talk about. And your cousin takes advantage of it.
fallen into a trap. Give the order to retreat.
He's a demon, I tell you. He's a phantom. He's in front of you, right there. Suddenly, he's behind you, hacking away with his sword. Who can stand up to him? He's invincible.
He's invulnerable. Once I remember, I plunged right through him with my sword like this. But I didn't touch either flesh nor bone.
The wily devil, he drew us into a trap. It was a bloody massacre. And there we were, helpless.
If we don't get rid of the masked cavalier, we'll never have peace. Forgive me, but you weren't very clever. To ride into a gorge, surrounded by the enemy, is an invitation to death.
One might say that the gorge is mightier than the sword.
Be silent, you fool. It's easy to talk now, but I'd like to have seen you in that chase.
We'd already caught up with him and were about to capture him.
We were going so fast that
Suddenly, there you were, trapped.
I told you to be silent. This is no laughing matter.
But something must be done to try to placate the peasants. I don't understand. They were always so respectful to my father.
But don't you see, Countess, it's a masked brigand who incites them.
I wonder why.
They're bandits. Nothing but bandits. Capable of anything.
Is there any danger they'll attack the castle?
If things go on like this, we can expect that too.
My dear sir, as you know, a soldier attacks and defends for pay. He may win tomorrow, but he always loses today.
Stop it! I'll not tolerate such actions in my presence.
And I will not tolerate a clown's insolence. Not to mention obeying orders that a woman gives me.
You might as well get used to taking your orders from Countess Isabella. You'll be obeying her as you do the captain.
But what do you mean?
I'm simply saying that you will shortly become the captain's bride. Now you all know the good news.
Congratulations, Countess.
Forgive me, cousin. My lieutenant has brusquely anticipated the news that it should have been my duty to tell you first. And in a more gracious manner. Because of your father's disappearance and the peasants' rebellion, the Duke will extend his rule over Valgrado, in the unhappy event that there should not be a male successor to Count Oliviero. And so, my dear cousin, since now only a marriage will be able to save Valgrado, I've decided to unite my name to yours and dedicate my sword to the fortunes of our noble house. Countess Isabella's emotion is more than understandable. Officers and ladies, you are all invited to my wedding to the Countess, which will be celebrated very soon here at Valgrado Castle.
Long live Isabella!
Fiamma, dear, how sorry I am to see you so upset. You'll see, everything will be all right.
Of course it will.
Please don't worry about me.
Isabella, do not judge me harshly. There are issues at stake more important than we are. I understand your embarrassment.
Leave me alone, I beg you.
Not before confessing to you that besides the question of honor that impels me to save Valgrado from the Duke's greed, there are also sentimental reasons. Yes, Isabella, that is why I ask for your hand. I shall prove worthy of the honor you concede me, for noble blood also runs in my veins. My mother was a Valgrado. Because she followed my father, who was of inferior rank, she lost all rights to the succession. Yet even with this handicap, I have won honor and fame enough to be feared and respected by everyone.
But I don't want...
Please allow me to express my understanding and to tell you of the great desire I have to win your esteem by my services and my devotion. You have always been uppermost in my thoughts. You have been the reason for my being, the star that has guided me along my difficult path. Forgive me, Isabella, if what I've done and mean to do in your interests and that of Valgrand inspires me to offer to you not only my sword, but also my heart. Say nothing for the moment. Until tomorrow.
Gianetto, what are you doing?
Did I disturb you? I'm sorry.
You frighten me, that's all.
Have you heard anything interesting?
Oof, they're celebrating.
Countess Isabella is wrong not to be present at such a merry gathering. After all, they're eating and drinking in her honor.
Isabella is very sad.
It should console her to know that everyone in the castle is celebrating her marriage, her splendid marriage to Captain Ugoni of Collefeltro. A most solemn event. Perhaps you do not like Captain Ugoni, but he's a great man.
Listen, Gianetto, I'm neither curious nor am I a gossip. I'm not interested in your chatter.
You're wrong. If I were you, I'd try to convince the Countess to attend the festivities. It might serve to amuse her. And it might be an interesting experience to get to know her new court better. The people who'll be around her.
Good night.
Gianetto!
Where have you been till now?
Come forward, you stupid buffoon!
Come and amuse us. Don't leave, Gianetto.
If the wine is divine and promises fun, then drink along as you sup. And I am the one who will double your fun if someone will trouble to give me a cup.
Here, you two must propose a toast to my wedding.
A toast, Gianetto. Yeah!
A toast! A toast! A toast!
Here, here!
To the Lord of Collefeltro, a captain of honor and fame, who craftily brightens his family crest while snuffing out an old flame.
Of all the insolence.
Don't get angry, Fiamma. Gianetto has a sharp tongue. He's always joking, but he's a friend.
And you allow him to insult me, to laugh behind my back.
Who dares cast any doubt on my love for Madame Fiamma? Who? You see? I repeat, this marriage is part of a preordained plan. Do you think I could be serious about that silly girl?
Meanwhile, you'll marry that silly girl. No, no, no!
I swear before everyone here that you alone will be my true bride. But first I must destroy that carrion. I'll burn down their houses until I get my hands on that masked cavalier. Drink. Drink to our good luck.
I see through you, you imposter. You'd like to get rid of me, but you won't succeed.
You're possessed by the devil.
As usual, it's your fault, Gianetto. May your tongue drop out.
Fiamma, forget it.
You know how Ugoni is. It's not as if it were the first time.
Will you please leave me alone?
Forgive me, my lady.
I'm getting worried.
There's no need for worry. Just leave things the way they are. Let them tear each other to pieces, as they're bound to do. You understand? Then we will take their place, and we'll know how to enjoy it.
I'm sorry, my lady, if I made you angry, but you must agree it's thanks to me that you've been able to listen to the solemn pledges of your lord and master's love, and to gather so many declarations of affection from your friends.
And now they are even breaking into our houses at night.
At night more than in daytime. Who's on guard after Cesco?
I am.
The captain has been forced to engage other soldiers to patrol the entire countryside.
A patrol passed right under my nose tonight.
This is the most patrolled area because they think this is where the masked cavalier is hiding.
I wish it really was in this area. We'd certainly feel safer.
Something new must be brewing at the castle. There's too much activity going on.
There will be harder days before us.
But we must never forget what our protector told us. If we have confidence in ourselves, we'll win out.
Listen, it must be Cesco. No, it's someone on horseback.
It's Francesco.
And the Countess.
Friends, I've a great surprise for you. Countess Isabella, daughter of Count Oliviero, our beloved master, is with us against the tyrant Ugoni.
Thank you, friends. I see in you the loyal subjects of my father. I'm certain that he, like all of us, is a victim of Ugoni.
Why don't you tell them yourself, Countess, all that you've heard?
Loyal friends, Valgrado is in danger. If we give Ugoni time to carry out his plan, it will mean the end for all of us. It will mean extermination or slavery. He said so and he'll do it. He's more treacherous, greedier, and more corrupt than any tyrant. And he's surrounded by people worse than he is. I wish to be one of you, not because I fear losing my privileges, but to defend your freedom as well as mine.
Tell us what we must do, Countess. We're ready for anything.
We must gather together men, willing and able to face Colifeltro's army.
With hoes and pitchforks.
But we have so few weapons, Countess, and no leader.
I have heard of this mysterious cavalier who has so many times defeated Ugoni. Let me meet with him.
But nobody knows him. Nobody knows who he is. When we're in trouble, he appears suddenly, as if he dropped from the sky, then he disappears.
We're in danger now. If your protector doesn't appear, we must fend for ourselves. We'll ask help from the Duke.
The Duke? But you risk losing Valgrado.
No matter. I'll be closer to you. I know that the Duke's army has set camp a few miles from Valgrado. Who is willing to follow me? Then let's go.
Put out all the torches.
Countess! Oh, dear Lord.
Take him away!
The Countess among the prisoners? Do run and tell Fiamma.
What?
the Countess is being reduced to.
What can have happened?
Isabella!
Assunta!
Isabella, what's happened?
Come along, come along.
Don't be afraid. Have courage.
My child.
I can find no words to express my surprise and my sorrow.
You can find no words to cover up your hypocrisy. Don't waste your time. The game is up.
Your game is up. I had you come here to take possession of the castle. I have revealed to you my love and devotion. My soldiers are out fighting so that Valgrado can continue to be yours. And you repay me by conspiring in secret with a band of miserable rogues. What have you to reproach me for?
Your brutality and your infamy. Speak your real language, as I myself heard you last night, when you and your friends were drinking toast to your wedding.
What are you saying?
I'm no longer deceived. Your real love is Madame Fiamma. You're my worst enemy. My father's death stands between us. I'm certain of it. You're the one who's had him killed.
Dear cousin, you're entirely wrong. Your father is alive.
Alive?
Yes, alive. And I, ruthless assassin, as you call me, am about to give you the joy of re-embracing him.
You're not lying.
You'll see. Come, don't be afraid.
What a long discussion.
You mean, what an accusation of high treason?
Well, is he accusing her or vice versa?
What do you mean?
Many people now know about Ugoni's plans. He openly proclaimed them. Who knows, someone may have even informed the Countess. In that case, she has every right to accuse him of treason.
In that case, there must still be another traitor. The informer.
That's right.
Shh! Be silent.
What's happening?
Nothing. They seem to have stopped talking.
What's it to you? It's none of your business. Now get out. And you too.
Is she still there? Did you hear anything?
Why, no, nothing.
Isabella.
Father, dear. Oh,
Isabella, my child.
what have they done to you?
You should never have come here to the castle.
I was so worried. I hadn't had any news from you.
I'm very sorry to interrupt this touching family picture, but time is growing short. I hope, Isabella, you're now convinced that I'm not a liar, and that you're persuaded it's convenient to accept what I've proposed. Your father's still alive, but accidents can always happen. And surely you wouldn't wish to be responsible. To make things even more clear, it's either your hand or your father's head. It's for you to decide.
Marry my daughter. You, the most contemptible being on the face of the earth. You dare? Does your infamy carry you this far? You villain.
My dear, sweet bride, it's time to go. You'll be allowed to see your father again tomorrow. But only at the conclusion of the wedding ceremony.
No!
Father, dear,
Don't do it! Don't give in, Isabella. Don't ever give in, my child. Don't worry about me, Isabella. I'm not afraid to die, Isabella.
They've been closed in there for more than an hour, those two.
Are they alone?
Quite alone behind locked doors. We expected screams and shouts. Instead, nothing of the kind.
What were they saying?
Their words weren't very clear. Then, all of a sudden, silence.
Then what?
Then nothing. The silence lasted so long, at a certain point, Astolfo chased us all away. Perhaps so we wouldn't disturb them.
What do you mean by that?
I'm only telling you. You have to figure it out.
Dear, you mustn't be so worried about me. I'm not worried, as you see. Things are working out just as they should.
Surely, however, such brazen intimacy.
And after the way she betrayed him.
Did you expect him to kill her?
You talk about this as though it had nothing at all to do with you.
Well, it does. Very much so. Ugoni knows what he is doing. And so do I. The marriage is an act of diplomacy. It's just a trick, don't you see? I shall be the real Countess of Valgrand. Ugoni swore to me on all that he holds most dear in the world.
On what?
On his very life.
Dear cousin, don't be so depressed. You will find that I will make a devoted and understanding husband. But until the demon inside you is dispossessed, I shall leave you in the care of 2 faithful guardian angels. Pleasant dreams now. Till tomorrow. Astolfo.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow will be a great day for me. And I want everything to be handled in the best possible way.
I am always at your service, Captain.
You know that you can count on us.
Pardon me, my lord. This message was found nailed to the main portal, together with this glove.
To Ugoni, the 5th glove.
Throw it away. Let's think about my wedding. I want it to be talked about for years. You prepare ballads and sonnets. You, Astolfo, see to the music and the invited guests. Guidobaldo will go to the abbey to inform the prior.
But, Captain, please spare me. I'm not the best ambassador for parleying with priests.
Well, why not send Janetto?
Certainly, I know the prior. As a boy, I often served mass.
What? I've always said that he is a cleric at heart.
Don't you think, my lord, that a choir of friars would add more solemnity to the ceremony?
Good idea. Bring them too. Get on with it and do your best. After the wedding, I will see to it that you are all well rewarded.
I must talk to you.
Later on, I beg you. I've no time now. See to it that the guard is doubled tonight.
Yes, Captain.
Who are you?
Forgive me for having frightened you.
cannot introduce myself as I should, nor can I present myself undisguised. But you already know of me, I think, from hearsay, as I know of you.
The masked cavalier.
Exactly. I'm the one the captain would like to pass off as a bandit, the same one whom the others call the Phantom. But I've a real heart and a real sword, and I've come to assure you that both are at your service.
But how do I know you're not deceiving me?
I'm risking my life to prove it to you.
That's true. Please forgive me. Since my return to Valgrado, my only serenity is in the memory of times gone by. My father's in danger.
I understand, Countess. I know all about it.
But how can you know?
Let's say I read the stars. Or better that I read the wind. The wind often reveals many things.
But you don't even know me.
I've always known you and waited for you.
Listen.
Please believe me.
You are very kind. To hear you speak, I'd say that you're more like a poet than a soldier.
Lovers must often be poet and soldier combined.
Someone's with her.
Open up!
Go quickly.
Open up! Open up in there!
Do not fear. Lovers
Open
are also
up!
lucky.
Open up in there!
And I love you. Have faith in me.
This way.
We'll look in the tower. You go the other way.
Where are you coming from?
The weapons room.
Is it possible he was in front of us? Now he's vanished.
I've always said he was a phantom.
I killed him. Yes, it's true, I killed him. Who? The masked cavalier. You, the masked cavalier? Yes, it was terrible. He came after me like a madman. I thought he'd kill me, and I don't know how I found the strength. But I killed him. He's there.
Oh, no! No! You've killed him! You cowards! Oh, you killed our protector!
Where is he?
In there, Captain.
Who killed him?
He did.
Gianetto. Bravo, I didn't think you capable of such a deed.
You've killed him. Assassins. You killed me too.
But cousin, he was our worst enemy.
He had a valorous and noble heart.
Very well, let's see the face of this noble heart.
Astolfo. Who would have supposed it?
He was the only one who could have helped Valgrand. Vile, vile assassin!
That's enough. I beg you, Isabella, to please retire to your rooms. Accompany her.
Finally, this curse of the masked cavalier has been lifted.
And Gianetto deserves his reward.
Thank you, sir.
Arrest him.
But, sir, I thought I did you a service. He was your enemy! Your enemy!
Take him away.
Captain, I don't understand.
I don't like this story. If the masked cavalier doesn't reappear, I'll give Gianetto his freedom again and a reward, too. But right now, I'm taking no risk.
No, Astolfo, my love.
Here's some company for you. He's in here because he killed the masked cavalier, and you're here because you helped him.
What did he say?
You killed the masked cavalier.
Wait, the real protector.
I must speak to you.
What is it?
We never seem to be alone together anymore. You're always trying to avoid me. But why? What have I done?
Fiamma, I'm facing a decisive moment. I'm finally about to see my plans fulfilled.
Maybe I can remind you that our plans were quite different. So then, it's all over. Have you no regrets? Do you really think you owe me nothing?
Leave me alone. You'll see, everything will be like it was before.
Why do you keep lying to me? Yours will be a real marriage. I'm a woman. It's easy enough for me to see that you really like Isabella.
And why shouldn't I like her?
I understand. I beg you, give orders to prepare me an escort. I'll leave right after the ceremony.
Must you really wait until then?
Yes. I want to attend your wedding. It's the only favor I ask in return for my useless devotion.
All right, then. Do you need anything? I can give you money.
No, I don't need anything.
My sword, Guidobaldo.
Your sword, Captain? Even on such a gentle occasion?
Precisely for this occasion. A man of arms goes forth to wed. And it is well that all should understand that with this sword I've won Valgrand. And it's with this that I mean to keep it.
And I shall be at your side to serve you loyally. You can trust me. I'm not like Astolfo.
Are you sure that Astolfo really betrayed me?
Positive, Captain. How could you doubt it?
In any case, that story is over now. Fortunately for me. By the way, have you arranged for Madame Fiamma's departure?
An escort of 10 men is ready to accompany her to the border immediately following the ceremony.
Good.
You're very lucky. Madame Fiamma has given in so nicely. Now nothing will disturb your happy honeymoon.
If you had my experience in women's wiles, you'd know that a woman who gives in is, at times, more dangerous than a woman who fights back.
Your cousin's gracious charms are very appetizing, Captain.
How dare you?
I beg your pardon. I didn't mean...
I'm not stone blind. Of course I like her.
Are you sure that you can succeed in making her like you after the little joke you played on her?
Right now, the important thing is that she come to the altar. Then it will be up to me to show her that I am her lord and her master. The hour I've waited for has finally struck. Go to her and tell her I'm ready. Go.
My poor child, I cannot think of it. I will never resign myself.
What's the use of weeping? Now that the last little thread of hope has been broken by the very hand that we thought was friendly. I'm a Valgrand, and I'll know how to face my destiny.
But this cannot be your destiny, Isabella. You must not. You must not.
But Assunta, you surprise me. You should encourage me. Would you prefer the death of my father to my sacrifice?
I would much prefer my own death, dear child.
Captain Ugoni of Collefeltro, my master, begs leave to inform the Countess Isabella Valgrand that he awaits her to begin the nuptial ceremony.
Jailer! Jailer!
I'm coming. What's all this shouting about?
A man is dying. Call Fra Benedetto to give him the last sacrament. Be a good Christian.
Who's dying?
Gianetto, the minstrel. They've done him in because of what he did to our protector. See him? He's lying down there on the floor. Poor boy.
Hurry up. He's near his end.
All right, I'm going. I'm a Christian, too.
Christian brothers, we are gathered here to take part in the union of Captain Ugoni of Collefeltro and Countess Isabella of Valgrand. In a few moments, they will be united in the indissoluble bond according to the rites of the Holy Roman Church. If there be anyone with any valid reason to oppose this matrimony, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
This matrimony is an infamy! The last glove! The hour has struck, Ugoni, for both of us!
My men! Rinaldo!
Peace!
blackguard. 100 like you are of no avail against Ugoni of Collefeltro. Before piercing through your hide, however, I'd like to see your face. You!
The right to judge you belongs to Count Oliviero, the lawful master of Valgrado. Get up!
Don't move, anyone. I'll kill your daughter if anyone moves. Stay where you are, you.
No, Gianetto.
Don't move.
No.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
My child.
Go. The Lord's blessing, my dear children, and may peace return to Valgrado.
Ah!